The story of the Lost Farm starts with the Tasmanian Aborigines of the Leonurta clan. These northeastern clans frequently visited the coast, lagoons and estuaries in search of seasonal foods such as mutton birds, swan's eggs, as well as craft materials. In 1830-31, George Augustus Robinson, with convict servants and a group of Tasmanian Aborigines, including Manalagana, Truganini, Wireddi and Timmy, traversed this area, searching for the remaining Aborigines. Their task was to take the Tasmanian Aborigines to an area safe from conflict with European settlers, soldiers and sealers. After the Tasmanian Aborigines had been removed from the northeast, the first European settlers moved in about the 1830s. The Andersons took up a location order that included what is now known as Barnbougle. In 1845, the Anderson property was purchased by James Stevenson and named Barnbougle after their home in Scotland. After World War I, E.B. and G. Adams purchased Barnbougle property, and in the 1920s, Edward Adams drained the swamps in the area by digging a series of cuts from lagoon to lagoon and then to the sea. This was done largely without the aid of machines. Bullocks and horses towed an iron scoop to form a channel. Near the sea, Adams had to cut through tall sand dunes. Later, the property was sold to Merv McLennan, who during World War II cultivated most of the river flats, growing vegetables for the dehydration plant in Scottsdale. According to Max Hill of Bridport, it was Merv McLennan who first used the term Lost Farm on account of its isolation from the rest of Barnbougle, because of the cut and extensive sand dunes that were rapidly moving inland. David Steen and Collie Lovegrove and their works gang from the Lands Department spent many years growing, harvesting and planting marram grass along the coastline. From here you can clearly see how this area became known as the Lost Farm, cut off on two sides by sand dunes and on the other two sides by the sea and Adams Cut. In 1989, Richard Sattler bought Barnbougle property, which included the Lost Farm. This aerial video shows you the Lost Farm just as construction had started. By February 2008, work on the course is well underway. Sand was brought in to form parts of the course. Here the fifth fairway next to the cut is being constructed. Here you can see the outline of the 15th hole, below where the restaurant was to be constructed. By April 2010, construction of the Wellness Centre and restaurant were underway. Situated on top of one of the tallest sand dunes, these facilities promise to give panoramic views over the course and the sea. A unique tunnel through the sand dunes gives access to Barnbougle Beach. Three years of hard work had seen remarkable development of the fairways and greens. Designed by Bill Corr from renowned American architectural firm Corr & Crenshaw, the 20-hole course stretches along the coast, Adams Cut and further inland. As Richard Sattler explained, the aim was to build more than just a new course, but to create a destination with plenty of opportunities for relaxation. Opening day in October 2010 was blessed with perfect weather. A stiff northwesterly was blowing and it was a bright sunny spring day.
I would particularly like to welcome the Premier of Tasmania, Mr David Bartlett, Minister for Tourism, Michelle O'Byrne, Mayor of the Dorset Council, Mr Barry Jarvis, local and state council representatives and our honoured guests, many of whom have travelled thousands of miles to join us here today.
I must say welcome to all. It's great to have everyone here, and me being the formal person I am, I'll probably cock it up on the way through, but if anyone misses out and getting a mention, don't feel too down, I'll probably buy you a beer later. I'd like to welcome especially the Premier David Bartlett, who's made a grand but late entrance, so I reckon I'll get a couple of beers out of that later.
It's with great pleasure then I declare open the Lost Farm course at Barnbougle. Thank you.
The course boasts a magnificent restaurant perched high on a sand dune overlooking the course and the sea. From here, you get panoramic views of Bass Strait, starting from East Double Sandy Point and Ninth Island to Waterhouse Island, Flinders and Cape Barren Islands. If you are patient and observant, you may catch a glimpse of the marine life that frequents this part of Bass Strait. Migrating whales in season, dolphins, seals and even sharks are often seen from the vantage point of the restaurant. After the sharks, maybe you'll need a drink to calm your nerves. Modern, attractive accommodation has been built on top of a nearby sand dune, with views out to the sea and back towards the mountains. Perhaps the jewel in the crown is the wellness centre, with its spa, massage and relaxation rooms, where you can sip a fine Tasmanian wine while enjoying spectacular views over Bass Strait. The sports club room boasts a golf shop, bar, gaming facilities and casual restaurant, with views over the course and mountains. The Lost Farm Links course is set in a magnificent environment with a diversity of wildlife, views over the mountains to the south and sea views to the north. To stay here is more than a golfing experience, as you enjoy ever-changing vistas across the sea and countryside. The Lost Farm is a very special place